Let's see what we've got over here then. Oh. I just ordered one, not 1 million. According to new rules and guidance from the government, the Union flag or the national flag of the United Kingdom is to be flown above all government buildings. Councils will also be strongly encouraged to fly them. Of course, a much bigger version of this one. Do I need to put one outside my house as well then? Maybe on my balcony? But is it a British thing to do to get people to fly the Union flag? The Culture Secretary hailed the change and said that it is a proud reminder of our history. But should we be proud of all of our history? What about slavery and colonialism? These are two very troubling facts that are connected to the British history. Don't get me wrong, I love my country and this will always be my home. But there are certain parts of British history that I will never be proud of, and neither should you be. Also, do I need to wave the flag to prove my Britishness? What is Britishness? What are British values? You know, the values that we're supposed to learn and the ones we're supposed to teach our students. If you are an ESOL teacher, you will know what I'm talking about. British Values is a government initiative to teach students the values of democracy, rule of law, individual liberty, and mutual respect and tolerance. British values are supposed to teach us how to be a citizen in a modern and diverse Great Britain, a Great Britain that celebrates community and diversity. Let's start with democracy, a culture built upon freedom and equality, where everyone is aware of their rights and responsibilities. These include the right to protest and petition, and also, of course, the right to vote at polling stations. Rule of law. Rule of law is the need for rules to make a happy, safe and secure environment to live and work. Examples are legislation, agreed ways of working, policies and procedures. Respect and tolerance, understanding that we all don't share the same beliefs and values. Respecting the values, ideas and beliefs of others, whilst not imposing our own on others. These include embracing diversity, the importance of religion, tradition, cultural heritage, and preferences. Individual liberty, protection of your rights and the rights of others you work with. Examples include equality and human rights, personal development, respect and dignity, rights, choices, consent, and individuality. Individual liberty, to be able to express your individuality, your uniqueness. If that is the case, requiring some people to fly the Union flag outside their buildings in line with individual liberty? Also, shouldn't we be focusing on fixing other things in our society? In a previous video, we looked at how hate crimes are on the rise. Religious and racist hate crimes are on the rise. And with the recent Black Lives Matter protests that happen all over the country, sadly this shows that there are still plenty of people who do not understand or follow these values. The values of tolerance and acceptance, of accepting people from different cultures, of celebrating diversity. I remember back in 2012, which is almost 10 years ago now. It doesn't feel like it. I remember when the Olympics was staged in London. There was a great vibe in the city. It just seemed everybody was united together, regardless of race. People like Mo Farah, the Somali-born British long-distance runner, was winning gold medals for the country. We were rooting for our athletes. We were together. They were celebrating diversity in the opening and closing ceremonies of the Olympics. That seemed much more in line with the value of tolerance and individual liberty. I just feel at that time, during that event, people got together and that reflected the British values of tolerance. Sadly, I haven't felt like that ever since. We seem to be going in the wrong direction. I think it would be great to go back to those days where people were celebrating diversity and people were united and we just seemed more together. But I don't think that when you introduce guidance such as this, where you require people to wave the Union flag, for example, will help the situation. Of course, I'm not against the idea of having a flag outside your building or your house and waving it proudly. But requiring people to do it or forcing people to do it doesn't sound very British to me. I have lived in countries where they require their government buildings to fly their flags outside, to have pictures of the leaders on the walls everywhere, even outside on the streets. But those countries don't have all the same values we have. They definitely don't have democracy, and I don't remember them promoting individual liberty. If we are required to learn these values, and as teachers required to teach these values, then surely our policies, our guidances, should reflect those values. Anyway, time to put these back. Thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time, God save the... No, that's not me. Bye.